Why did you install that mirror?
So I don't have to turn around to know who's talking at the back of my head. Ryan caught me jamming out to Rump Shaker with my back to the door, so I put a mirror up so I can't be snuck up on as easily. Hi, my name is Taylor Phelps. I'm the lab manager here at TailGate Brewery. The biggest thing that my job entails is making sure the product goes out correctly. Daily monitoring of fermentation, brewing, cellaring, packaging. I also do a lot of R&D work, so developing new non-alc sparkling water, seltzers, wild beers, small batch ciders at the off-sites, barrel age projects. A lot of the future things are small batch niche products, as well as just the overall maintenance of consistency and quality of core brands, as well as efficiency, utilization of ingredients, etc. Last week there were 9 or 10 things fermenting. This week I prepped a lot of them for subsequent cellaring steps, so it's only 3 or 4 tanks that I really need to make sure are on track. Everything else is teed up and ready to go or being actively refilled by the brewers. And my parasitic is empty, so I'm gonna steal it from one of them when they're not looking. Let's go. Come on, Mimi. So at this point, I'm just checking pressure, temperature, making sure the glycol is working correctly. Things like that, they're fermenting, the tanks are clean. Kind of like gardening, you might pull a weed or two, but really you're just making sure everything's still good. I have no use for a brewer that can't manage yeast, and ours can. I will pick everything that's still actively fermenting, pull a sample, and then make sure it's on track, make sure it aligns with Brody's schedule. We'll go from there. I didn't bring my own spray bottle, so I'm just stealing from them. So now that I've pulled my samples from the cellar, I need to degas them. The fastest way to degas them is to rapidly pour them back and forth between 2 containers, but that requires effort and sometimes makes a mess. So I just throw a magnetic stir bar in and let a stir plate do it for me. Once that goes for a minute, we just want to knock out any residual gas from the fermentation. We're going to run it through this Easy Dens here to check Plato. I'll check pH. I use those numbers just to monitor the progress of fermentation. Healthy yeast has certain pH swings depending on the strain that we're using. And then obviously I want things to fully attenuate, i.e. consume the fermentable sugar. Right now we have 3 small batches, so I'm more just looking to make sure the fermentation is done. We have a West Coast IPA and a Gold Ale. So after pulling some data, obviously I want to look at, smell, and taste the fermentation. I want to correlate quantitative data with, qualitatively how the product is progressing. It's important to kind of meld those two together. What's going? Once Ben is done, we'll put his numbers in a calculator, and right now I'm checking some math for Ryan because I spend a lot of time doing simple algebra for supposedly grown men and calculate cells per mil, and I'll use that along with pH, Plato, how it looks, smells, and tastes to just get an overall assessment of the progress of the product. Okay, someone else used this. I have to reset the eyepieces.
Okay, what's for lunch?
A sandwich, a clementine, some goldfish that I bought. I wish I had. Sourdough, London broil, bacon, white cheddar, Swiss, and Chick-fil-A sauce. And then we'll pull a sample from the gooseberry cider. Check clarity. 12 Fahrenheit, 18%. I'm gonna forget that, so we'll need the footage. Behind me is, in the 7-barrel, is a dry cider that we back sweeten with a little bit of gooseberry puree. good.